guessing it's all right. So we're going to start, dear ladies of mine, with something very basic, very simple. We're going to start with some squats. So not so much Pilates minded today, a bit more straightforward. So a good squat, you all know, is just with the feet under the hips, the toes pointed straight ahead, and we're going to try to keep our back straight. You can choose wherever you want to keep your arms. If you want to put your hands on your hips, or if you want to put your hands in front or behind your head, I don't mind. As long as you're able to, whenever you go to squat, you keep your knees behind your toes, and you only squat as deep until where you can keep your back straight. And then whenever you come up, you're going to squeeze your glutes, okay? So we're just going to do 10 of these to warm up. Don't worry, you get more glute exercises later on. Okay, let's go. 1, 2, and you can do this completely at your own pace. So if you want to go a bit slower or a bit faster, and if you want to do 20 squats, 6, that's totally fine. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, we're only in the warm-up, so that's why we're only doing 10. We're gonna go for lunges now. So reverse lunges. So we start with the right leg, placing it backward, trying to keep 90 degrees in front, 90 degrees in the back. Hands on the hips. Ooh, trying to keep your balance here. And then we're going to step that right foot back, switch to the left leg, yeah? So we're going to do 10 as well. Okay, let's go. Right foot first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and try not to hit the floor with your lunging leg. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, good work. Next one, standing hip openers. So if you have a wall or something to hold yourself, you can use it. If not, don't worry. Hands on the hips again. Bringing your right leg into a 90-degree angle, and then very slowly, if you want, using your right hand, if it's free, to open up your hip, and you bring your knee until it's a 90-degree angle from your other leg. Movement comes from the hip. Try to stay straight. I know it's easier said than done. Closing it again. And don't lock your supportive knee. Yes. Let's do that 2 more times. Very gently opening it up. And it should feel like you're stretching a little bit your hip flexor. If you don't feel anything, that's actually a good sign. Closing it again. And then last time, opening it and closing it. Okay, shaking out your leg muscles here a little bit. Switch. So left leg, let's go. Really pointing, leading with your toe. And closing it again. Don't lock your supportive, yes, leg. Woo. Number 2. And last one, easy peasy. 3. Okay. Next one. We're going to do some lateral lunges. So I told you leg work that we need to warm up for. So lunging from the middle to the right, back to the middle to the left. So placing my right foot 1 step to the right, sinking into that right knee, keeping the toes of both feet pointed towards the long side of the mat, trying to keep the knee behind the toes. Should feel a nice stretch here in your inner thigh. Then lunging back to the middle. And then going to the well, actually, sorry, but stepping your foot back, stepping your other foot out. That's the thing. Yeah. Also, try to keep your shoulders back. Try to keep your chest open, so don't fall forward. We do 10 as well. Okay, let's go right first. Let's go. 1, middle, left is 2, middle, right is 3, and 4. Nice. 5. Very good. Feel the stretch. 6, 7, very good. 8, 9, last one. 10. Okay. Shaking out your leggies here. Inchworms. So starting on one side of your mat, you're going to try to keep your legs straight. You're gonna walk yourself forward until you're in a plank. And then you're gonna walk yourself back up until you're standing again, yeah? If it's too hard to keep your legs straight, you can bend them. But try to do it with straight legs. We'll do 5. Okay, let's go. Walk, walk, walk. Check your plank. Are you nice and straight with your hands under your shoulders? Strong core, strong shoulders. Yeah, okay, let's walk back then. And gently rolling yourself up until you're standing. Let's go again. Number 2. And walk it back. Whew. I'm bumping with my butt against the closet. Number 3. Let's go. And back up. Okay, number 4. And back up. And the last one, 5. And stay in your nice high plank here. Placing your left foot next to your left hand. Yeah. Left hand towards the ceiling for a chest opener rotation. Look at your hand for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Placing it back. Foot goes back. Switch. Right foot next to right hand. And again, hand towards the ceiling. Look to your hand. Stay there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, place it back. Foot goes back. And then you're gonna walk yourself back up. Then you're standing again. We're gonna do one more exercise to just like raise your heart. And we're gonna get started for real. So we're gonna do just some old-fashioned butt kicks. You can choose if you want to do them fast or if you prefer to just like do a bit like this because you're not really wanting to jump today. That's all good. Or you can really touch your butt. Or my hands in my face. We're gonna do 30 of them, yeah? Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. Great work, ladies. Let's get to it then. Also, it's always good. I know in Milan it's very hot, so keep your water close. You're a good friend today. So you can have a sip in between if you like to. Now, we are going to start with on the mat, as a matter of fact. So we're going to do a lot on the mat, although almost our entire warm-up was not on the mat. We're going to start with fire hydrant kicks. So we're going to work our inner thighs, quads, and our butt, yeah? So we will go for, well, let's say we will do 40 seconds of work. So I take my timer and I have it, you know, not 1 minute, that's a bit too long for today. Okay, so I'm gonna start showing you with my left leg, but feel free to start with your right. Just make sure that you're with your hands under your shoulders and your knees are, well, your right knee is under your right hip, and then you're going to bring your left foot out to the side. I don't know if you can see it, like this. So your toes are pointed towards the short side of the mat. That's difficult, but try. And then what we're going to do is to lift that foot, yeah, and touch with the toes for the floor. Okay, so you're going to look at your mat, lift your leg, try to keep your back and your hips as still as possible. If it's too hard, or if it feels not good, bend your knee, and you're gonna do just open it up, extend, tap, close, tap. So it's like a step in between instead of keeping your leg here, because if you keep it here, it's gonna really burn your glutes. So feel for yourself what feels right for you, okay? Try to keep looking at your mat so you don't hurt your neck. Try to keep your hips, to not rotate your hips, but that's an extra challenge. Okay, let's get to it. 3, 2, 1, we're on. So let's go. Lift and tap. Lift and tap. Lift and tap. And then if you're doing this with a bend, you go bend, extend, tap. Up, bend, extend, tap. Up, bend, extend, tap. I don't know about you, I'm feeling it in my butt. Extend, tap. Up, bend, extend, tap. 10 seconds, ladies. Up, bend, extend, tap. Woo! Up, bend, extend, tap, and up, bend, done. Ooh. You're gonna have a sore butt tomorrow, okay? Okay. So let me see the next exercise we will do on the same leg first, and then we'll flip around to the other leg. Feel free to shake out your wrists in between always when I'm explaining something. If you're like, oh, my wrists are a little bit getting sore from this exercise. So we're staying in the same position, but we are going to I think I'm mixing two exercises actually. I think I already gave away my second exercise. So we're going to, yeah, that is exactly what I wanted to do. Okay, so we're going to do bringing out, rotating our hip up like a real fire or easier fire hydrant, and then rotate it back. So no toe touch, no leg extension, just rotating it up and really focusing on that movement, yeah? So really bring your knee up 90 degrees and closing it again. So this is actually a good way to practice what you have been doing in the previous exercise. So logically, I should have swapped them around. Okay, anyway, regardless, let's go in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So up and gently bring your knee to the mat. Really focusing here on a good and correct movement, and try to lead the way with your toes. Yeah. So you try to bring your knee as high as your hip. If that's not possible, don't worry. And then just keep doing that for a little bit longer. Only 15 seconds left. Is het aan te goed? 3, 2, 1, done. Okay. Now, I'm going to start with the same exercise on the other leg, and then we go over to the first exercise, yeah? Sorry, you hear my daughter yelling in the back. She's very excited. She just got a present from Caroline, and she wants to play with her. Okay, let's go in 3, 2, 1. We're on. So we're starting with our bend knee raise or fire hydrant. So just really focusing on like opening up your hip, basically what you did in the first warm-up exercise where you were doing a hip opener as well, but now from a different position, trying to keep the rest of your core completely still and leading the way with your toes. There you go. Only have 10 seconds left. Woo. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're done. Okay. Just take a quick moment to shake out your wrists, and then this time in the proper sequence. So we go into our leg extension and toe touch, yeah? And I'll go for the one where we add the knee bend, so it's not like extension all the way. Okay, just follow along. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So up, out, touch, up, in, down, up, out, touch, up, in, down, and up, out, touch, up, in, down, and up, extend, touch, up, in, down. Okay, and out, down, up, in, touch, and up, extend, touch, up, in, down, up, extend, touch, up, back, down, 3 seconds, up, out, touch, and up, in, done. Nice. Okay, shaking at our wrists. I feel it in my butt. I hope you do too. We're gonna swap our position, but we stay a little bit longer with the legs. So we're gonna lie down. I'm starting on my right side, so you can still face Carolina. I don't have to show her immediately my butt yet. So you may lay down completely if you like and support your head with your hand, or if you prefer, you can use your arm from the elbow till the hand palm and support yourself like this. Because what we're going to do, we're going to, as a matter of fact, hold on, because I always, we're going to work with our inner leg, okay? So your outer leg, upper leg is going to be the supported one. So maybe try to have it a little bit to the back. So you have your front inner leg mostly in line with your elbow and your hip, yeah? Okay, now if you're on your elbow, then you can also place your other hand on the mat, so you have a little bit more stability, or if you want, you can place it behind your head, whatever you prefer. You're going to lift that inner leg, yeah, and place it back. Lift and back. Lift and back. Now, if you have like, if you're a bit skinny, and if that hurts your knuckle, you can place a towel underneath, or just try and find a little bit more like an angle where you're not completely like on that knuckle and you go a bit more rotated up. Try if that makes a difference for you. Yeah. Okay, so we go on this side for 40 seconds, and then we do the next exercise again on this side before we do opposite side. Lots of talking. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So we go lift and back, lift and back, and lift and back, and try to hold it like for more or less 2 seconds so you don't rush it up too quickly. So lift and back, very good. And you try to keep your neck relaxed as well, so don't lock your neck, which is easier when you're lying down, as in then you don't have that wrist so much. Okay, we got 10 seconds left. Lift, down, lift, down, and done. Okay, next one, you are going down on your upper body as well and supporting your head with your neck. Now, for this one, Caroline, if you want, you can use a resistance band. It's going to add a bit of extra challenge. So you can wrap it around your knees. Yeah. Is your heel stuck? Yeah. Okay. So what you're going to do, we're going to do clam shells. So make sure for this one, or try to have your knee more or less in line with your hip. I know it's quite challenging for this one, so don't focus too much on it. Place the sole of the feet on top of each other, and then you're gonna keep your feet up. So don't bring your feet to the mat. Yeah, here comes the challenge. Close the knees, open. Woo! Close it, open. Yeah, that's your move. 3, 2, 1, we're on. Open, hold, close. Open, 1, 2, close. Open, 1, 2, close. Open, 1, 2, close. Open, 1, 2, close. Halfway. Open, 1, 2, close. Open, 1, 2, close. Open, 1, 2, close. Open, 1, 2, close. 5 seconds. Open, 1, 2, close. Once more. Open, 1, 2, close. Woo! So My glute is going to be very thankful tomorrow. So we flip around and we go again to our leg raise with the lower aka mat touching leg. If you want, feel free to try this pose from like a different, like holding your head if you were not holding it before. Maybe if it feels better for you, give it a try. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Lift. Woo. Down. I have always this wobble thing with my hip where I need to find the right angle. And down. And lift. And down. And lift. And down. Lift. And down. Lift. And down. Lift. And down. Lift. Down. Okay. Lift. Down. Yes. Lift. Down. 5 seconds. Up. Down. Up. Down. And up. Done. Okay. If you want, grab your band. Bring it above your knees. And then we go once more on this side with our lovely clam shells. In 3, 2, 1. You're on. Let's go. Open. 1, 2, close. Open. 1, 2, close. Open. 1, 2, close. Open. 1, 2, close. Hello, glutes. Open. 1, 2, close. Keep smiling. Open. 1, 2, close. It does help. Open. 1, 2, close. Open. 1, 2, close. We got 6 seconds. 1, 2, close. 3, 2, 1. Done. Nice work. Okay. Next, what do we have? I see Caroline is already. Okay, so next one, we don't need our band. Good idea to grab a bit of water. We're going to lie down on our back and we're going to do V-shaped extended leg drops. Now I'm going to offer you a modification here because this can be very hard on your abs. So here we're moving a bit more to the ab exercises. So you're going to lie down completely on your back. You're going to keep your arms either with the elbows planted into the mat or completely flat next to you, but then with the palms rotated up so you're not hurting your shoulders. Then you're going to focus on the connection with your lower back and the mat. And then for those that have already a bit of stronger abs, you're going to extend your legs up. And you're going to open your legs to the side just as far as is possible from your thigh muscle perspective and also until where you can keep a good connection with the mat. Yeah? And close. Open. Close. And really do this from an active core perspective. Okay, so really brace your core, as they always say. Just really be mindful that your core is working. If this is too hard, you bend your knees and you do the same thing. Okay, so don't push it if it's too much. Just feel what works for you today. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So we go up and out. 1, 2, close. Let's go. Out. 1, 2, close. Go out. 1, 2, close. Keep pushing that back into the mat. Close. Let's go. Out. 1, 2, close. This is more or less where your thighs start to say, close. Let's go. Out. 1, 2, close. Let's out. 1, 2, close. 5 seconds. Out. 1, 2, close. Once more. Out. 1, 2, close. Okay, stop it. If you want, give yourself a nice knee hug so you relax those muscles a bit. Yeah, and then guess what? We're gonna do the same thing again, but only for 30 seconds now. So, yeah, just because it's such a nice movement. Okay. 3, 2, 1, legs up, and let's go again. Out, 1, 2, up, and let's go. Out, 1, 2, up. 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 10 seconds. Out, 1, 2, up. Let's go. Out, 1, 2, up. Let's go. Out, 1, 2, 3, up and done. Nice work, ladies. Oh, shake out your legs a little bit. Just wobble your legs, might feel relaxing. Then let me have a look. Our next exercise will be, so we go into a seated position for a V-sit hold. So we start from here, where we place our feet on the mat and we really focus on this straight back. You can bring your hands on your knees. And then from here, we're going to, well, I give you two options again, okay? So either you're going to go into your V pose, aka boat pose, and you're gonna hold it for 1, 2, 3, back, and then repeat, yeah? Or if that's too difficult, you're gonna do this with bent knees, where you have a bit more, it's not so hard on the hips, not so hard on the abs. So we're gonna hold it each time for 3 seconds. If you want, you can hold also your legs here, or you can pulse, yeah? And same thing, 40 seconds. So you can also switch between the two, switch halfway. I'll tell you when we're halfway, regardless. So 3, 2, 1, let's go, let's go. Out, 1, 2, 3, and let's go. Out, 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3. Cool. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Halfway. If you want to switch, let's go. Out. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. Out. 1, 2, 3. Woo. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Last 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Nice work. Roll out your hips a little bit. If you like to, you can do that by moving forward and really as if you were doing a child's pose in the reverse order. So bringing your hands to the mat and maybe also your elbows, but keeping your legs in a yogi pose, so you really stretch out as well a bit your glutes and your back and everything in the posterior chain. Okay, now you know the recipe. We're going to do the same exercise for another 30 seconds. If it's too intense at any point in time, please feel free to take a break. Don't do anything what hurts or what feels like it's not your thing today. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Up, 1, 2, down. 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 Over halfway. Up, 1, 2, down. Up, 1, 2, down. Last time. Up, 1, 2, down. Okay. Well done, ladies. Let's see what we have next. We have 2 left, and then we do stretching. So Carly looks at me like, what are you planning to do? So we're gonna go into our plank position. And this one, yes, this one can be very challenging, but it's up to you how challenging you make it, okay? So I start with the harder variation, which is a 2-limb plank. So you go into your low plank, okay? I'm gonna go like this. So you have your normal plank, yeah? And then when you feel that you are strong in your normal plank, which means your butt is like, you're squeezing your butt, you're nicely with your elbows under your shoulders, and you are really strong in your shoulders. Your plank is not like falling down. Okay, you're gonna extend your left arm and your right leg, and then you're gonna switch it. Okay, so I'm telling you, this is a hard exercise. So modification will be to do this from the knees, yeah? So if you do it from the knees, which I would totally recommend, if you feel that you don't have a very strong core yet, then place your knees further away from your butt and extend your arm and your leg opposite. So it's still going to be challenging, so don't worry, you're gonna get your sweat and your muscle tone, regardless which one you pick. 30 seconds only for this one. We're on in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Extend, 1, 2, and switch. And whenever you switch, or whenever you extend, try to really keep that stability in your hips. Try not to wobble too much. Your butt stays low. And we are over halfway here, ladies. Doing an amazing job. Woo. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Okay. Oh, take a breather. Roll it out. Put everything back in place. Still there. Okay, we're gonna do it once more. Yeah, 20 seconds this time. Okay. So last time that we're doing this one, we're on in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. And extend. 1, 2, switch. 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 Last time. 1, 2, switch. Nice work. Okay. Very last one. Okay. Bear with me for one more. We're gonna do a side plank, forward, backward toe touch. Okay. It had to be a side plank. Okay. So choose which side you would like to start with. We're gonna do both sides. I'm starting on my right side. Version number 1, full plank. Make sure your elbow, your hip, your heel are in line. And then you're gonna tap with your upper leg, front, and back, which is not possible from this position. Okay, so you're gonna go tap front, tap back, and you keep your hip and your whole core nice and stable, yeah? Option number 2, from a half plank position, using your knee instead of your full leg, which is a bit easier. So just knee and your elbow, and you're gonna tap front, back, front, back, yeah? Okay, 30 seconds only. In 3, 2, 1, let's rock it. Let's go, tap, 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 and don't forget to relax your neck. This one, tap, tap, halfway, tap, tap. That's a bit hard on the elbow perhaps. Tap, tap, tap. 10 seconds. Tap, 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 tap. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Nice. Yeah. Other side. Last one. You got this. Okay. You ready? Yeah. I'll give myself a little bit more space. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Tap, tap. Whew. So this one is extremely challenging because you bring yourself out of balance every time when you're trying to tap with your toes. So don't worry if it's not working out perfectly today. We'll get better every time. 10 seconds. Woo! 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah. Okay, we're there. Okay, let's start to do something for our shoulders. And then we have a lot of other parts of our body that needs to relax. Okay, so just start with your elbow and bring it in line with your ear and gently pulling your elbow to the back so your hand is between your shoulder blades. And your shoulder and your arm gets a bit of a stretch like this. And then you bring the same arm in front of your chest. You extend it. And gently pull on the elbow towards your other shoulder. Okay, switch arms. Arm first with the hand between your shoulder blades. And then bring your arm in front, please. Extend it. Okay, nice. Okay, let's bring the sole of our feet together. And just try to keep your knees as close to the mat as you can. Don't force anything. Try to keep your back straight. That's more important than really pushing your knees for touching the mat. You can hold your ankles or hold the toes, whatever you prefer. Should be a nice stretch for your inner thighs and also for your neck, probably, maybe your back too. Okay, and then from here, you're going to extend your right leg out. Keep your left leg near for a twist in your back. So bring the left hand on the right knee and the right hand behind your right hip. Keep your back straight and look towards your right shoulder. So your right shoulder and chest opening up for a soft spinal twist. Okay, back to the front, bringing in your extended leg and extending the opposite one. Right hand on the left knee and the left hand behind your hip. Rotation on the left side. Okay, coming back to the front. We're gonna move towards the glutes and the legs a bit more. So we bring our right leg to the front for pigeon pose. So this one is a little bit tricky if you've not done it so much. So just aim for first bringing your front leg with the butt on the mat. So you want to sit on your right glute, let's say. And then you're going to try to bring your knee in the middle of your two hands. And when you manage that, you're going to have a look at your back leg and see if it's straight extended behind yourself. Now, if this is all right, you stay here. If you want a deeper stretch, you can bring your arms forward. You will feel that this is working more on your right hip, on your right glute, maybe also a little bit on your back. And if you want something for the neck, you can gently touch with your chin for wherever you can reach towards your chest. So just reach until you feel a gentle neck stretch on the back of your neck. Just stay there for a little bit. And then looking straight ahead again. And then we are going to come up into a smaller pigeon. And then we're going to bring our legs into a 90-90 angle. So both the front as the back leg. Just relax, trying to have a 90-90 angle with the the feet also in a 90-degree angle from the legs. And then you try to keep your core as straight as possible, meaning that if you're, don't force anything, but you're just going to try and sit as neutral as possible. So don't lean all the way over to the right, for example. But again, don't force anything. So just see if you can keep your hands or your fingertips on the mat, and if that helps you in any way to keep for sure a straight back, but also to try to keep a neutral hip position. I guess that was what I was looking for. Okay, now that being said, we're gonna from here move into down dog before we go to the other side. So you can support yourself on your hands and your feet and bring your butt up into the air. Spread your fingers and try to ground your hands really in the mat, so you can push a little bit and feel that your neck, your shoulders, and your back are stretching, as well as pedaling a little bit with your feet. If you like this, you can also keep them on the same spot and try to maybe go further with your heels towards the mat. Maybe you're super flexible and you're already with your heels on the mat. I'm not. So from here, you're going to bring your left leg to the front, and we try to get in our pigeon pose again. So first try if you can sit on your left glute. And then from there, you're going to bring that knee nicely in between your two hands. And then you're going to look at your right leg that should be nicely extended straight behind yourself. Okay, perfect. Then again, if you like the deeper stretch, you can walk your arms and hands forward. And you can also add the additional neck twist, well, not twist, but neck stretch. So you can bring your chin gently towards your chest and just keep it there for a while. And then gently, you're gonna walk, look straight ahead and then walk your hands up again. And then also see if you can bring your legs again in this other position into a 90-90 degree angle. Maybe you will feel that this side is easier or harder. If you do, that's normal. If you don't, that's okay too. Okay, we got 2 left. From here, we're going to go into a frog pose. So it's a bit similar to child's pose. So you're gonna crawl over on your knees, but you keep your knees a bit wider than you would for a normal child's pose. Then you're gonna walk your arms forward so you can really sink into your hips if you want. If you like, you can also add this additional thing to your stretch where you keep your toes out and your heels and your toes that are like on the floor. It's a bit like, it can be too intense. So if you do that, probably you cannot sink all the way into your hips, but it gives an additional stretch to your thighs. So if you can see my toes from here, so walk over a bit like this. Yeah, so if that's too intense, just forget it and just go for a bit wider child's pose where you bring your toes flat on the mat and you therefore have more leverage in the hips and the thighs to sink down completely with your head on the mat, with your hips in between your thighs. And just rest for a bit. And from here, gently coming back up on the knees and the hands. We're going to end with a good old cat-cow, where we place our hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips, toes are tucked. We're going to round our upper back. Imagine that when we're a cat, that our belly button comes to our spine. Try to push all the air out of our lungs. And if you want, try to touch with your chin for your neck until you really want to get a deep breath in and you hollow your back, or you go to table, whatever you prefer. And then you go back to cat. Push out all the air, round in your back, push, 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 until you go into your cow again. And then for the last time, let's go cat. And cow. And after that cow, we go on our knees, we shake out our wrists, and we're done. So let me just turn off the recording, turn off